Well, everyone, iOS 16.5 has just officially came out, so let's go and take a look at it on my iPhone 8 Plus and see if it's worth installing. Now, the one thing I would definitely tell you is, and this update is super important. I'm sure it's going to be a good update for the most part, and I would probably recommend installing this more than iOS 17, which is coming out in like 2 weeks. So, the first thing, as always, 16.5 does bring a few interesting changes. For one, it does bring a cool little change with our wallpapers. So we now have the Pride wallpaper on our iPhone, which is actually pretty cool. So if we click here, we click add new wallpaper, you should be able to see this new Pride wallpaper little option that we have here. That's something that's really cool, and I'm really happy that we have these types of new wallpapers because, like I said, Apple doesn't bring them within every update. So having them here is really cool. So you should be able to see right here the little Pride wallpaper that we have. You can add this as a normal wallpaper. I'm sure you probably will be able to download them online somehow. But that's something that we have within this specific option or this update that we didn't have before. So that's something that's really awesome right here. Hopping out of this one, another thing that we actually have within this update is within Apple News. So Apple News got a little bit of a change and a little bit of an update as well. So now we have this new sports tab within Apple News. So that's something that's really cool. So if we go and click continue, you can see we have this new sports tab right down here. So if you click here, you should be able to see that, you have this new like sports section. So it'll tell you all this new sports stuff going on. I think it's really cool. I think it's something that's super important for us to have. And I'm really happy that we have this type of capability because it looks like we didn't have it before. And if you're a sports fan, if you use Apple News, you should be able to basically use it now, which is pretty cool. Now, some other things. For one, CarPlay, there's been some bug fixes. CarPlay was something that some people were having issues with. That has now been fixed. So if for some reason you were using CarPlay and you were getting some really weird issues, that should now be addressed and fixed within this update. Another thing, Spotlight search, which is kind of random, like it's kind of random that this was having issues, that has now been fixed and or kind of addressed within this update as well, which is another really big thing. And then screen time, believe it or not, was another thing that was giving people some issues. That has now been fixed and addressed within this update as well. So I will tell you, this update, although it didn't bring like crazy amounts of features, it is still really nice that we have an update like this that's kind of a buffer between now and iOS 17, because iOS 17 is going to be a good update. It's going to be bringing a lot of stuff, but this one is still a very, very important update, and I'd recommend for basically every single person out there to install it. So in terms of that, it kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.